I wanted to make a film about fatness, and I was seeing people using the word fat a lot on Instagram and social media. This is like 6 years ago. And I think with the rise of Instagram, people were using that to have a lot of conversations. So I did a lot of research. I looked into blogging and body positivity. And what I realised was that I wanted to make something for activism, about politics, about making change. I haven't made a film about selling bikinis to size 14 women. This is about how can we fundamentally change the world for fat people. And I read Aubrey's writing. She'd written 2 blog pieces at that time. She's completely unknown. She was an anonymous blogger using the name Your Fat Friend. As soon as I read her writing, I was like, I want to meet this woman. And I went to Portland, Oregon. I met her. And then the next conversation was, will you be my film? I was just instantly hooked. Making documentaries is hard. Making long-form, independently funded documentaries can be very challenging, and this was made over 6 years. We had an 8-hour time difference, we had a global pandemic, and I made 2 other feature films, Game of Thrones, The Last Watch, and Seahorse, while I was making Your Fat Friend. So it was not without its challenges. However, Aubrey's a very brilliant, funny, witty, and carefully brilliant person. And we made the film with non-binary consent. Mental health care was really, really important while we were making the film. And in the olden days, when you're making a documentary, you sign a piece of paper and that's whisked away and it's never thought about again. And with this, I wanted consent to be something that we discussed at each and every stage of the process. And that trust enabled me to make a film where she was fully on board with it. There's bits about it that are uncomfortable, and it should be. That's my job, to excavate deep, emotionally challenging areas. But it's a film that her and her family signed off and were thrilled to be part of. You know, the messy feelings that we hold about our bodies kick off a lot of deep discussions, and it was a really exciting collaboration. Making films with that sort of non-binary consent is deeply risky, but also I'm asking Aubrey to jump off a 7-meter high diving board. I want to hold her hand and say, I'm going to be with you at every single step of this. Now, there was a risk that she could have turned around and said, I'm not doing this. I don't want to do this filming. I don't want to do this. And when I took the unfinished film to her and her family, they could have at that point pulled it. But what I've learned in my filmmaking process is the more freedom you give, the deeper you're allowed to get. I made a film called Seahorse in 2019 where I show Freddie McConnell giving birth on camera. And the agreement I had with him was if he felt uncomfortable at any point, I would leave. But it was that agreement that allowed me to stay. I feel quite emotional about the way that this film has connected with audiences. When I first started making the film, my daughter was 13. She's now 19. I wanted to have a small, intimate conversation, but the discussions between parents and children that I haven't seen on film before. I wanted to make a film that I wished I'd seen when I was a teenager. So I no film is for yourself, but I felt like it was really deeply excavating my own messy feelings about my body. And for the film to be launched, and I think we sold out all of our tickets for all of our screenings at all of our festivals on day one. And we won the Audience Award at Sheffield Documentary Festival. We sold out the Crucible. There was over 700 people there. I mean, it's totally exhilarating, especially at a time in the golden age of documentary where our screens are filled with stories of serial killers and serial killers and very famous people. There's something really deeply satisfying about a film that no one would have ever commissioned, about an unknown anonymous writer talking about what it means to be a fat lady in the world, that's connecting with people. I mean, it's amazing. It's why I want to carry on making documentaries. It's the best job in the world. I work with Rebecca Day, Film in Mind, who is a Scottish-based mental health supervisor who's really transforming the way that people collaborate in making documentary film. And you talk about there's a toll on the people in front of the camera, but also behind the camera. And you need someone to hold you. If you were a therapist, you'd have supervision. So I fundraise so that every single person who takes part in my films has mental health support if and when they need it. So my editor she didn't want that, but she wanted a massage once a week. So that's what she got, because it made her feel good. And on Your Fat Friend, I paid for a social media manager, because if you're a fat lady in the world talking about fatness, you get death threats. So I have a social media manager looking after Aubrey's socials, so she doesn't have to deal with that. I'm based at an independent cinema in Nottingham, Broadway Cinema, and my film is completely independently financed through the brilliant people at BFI.Society and Field of Vision and Broadway Cinema itself. So it's really important to me that independent film has a place. Festivals are where we meet each other and talk about film, and you build a community. My family's from Edinburgh, so one of my earliest memories is going to the Cameo as a little girl with my granddad to see a film, and bringing a film back to Edinburgh to the film festival is really, really important to me. This is my third film I've shown here, and so it's always a festival I want to come back to, and it's great. It's here and thriving.